exciting new features coming to the game in the next update. So this is going to be coming in update 3.5. It will be arriving mid-December, so just before Christmas. But basically what's going to happen is every 3 hours, all players will be receiving a free supply drop. And in those supply drops, we will be getting free silver, free keys, and free components. So how many components are we talking about here? Because I know you guys are going to be asking me about this. But basically the way that this works is the higher up in the league system you are ranked, the more components you will get. So for example, if you are in Champion League, you will be getting more components than someone who is in Masters or Expert. So what I've actually done here was I've taken screenshots from their site. All of this information was officially announced, so we know it's going to be coming to the live server, but just to explain things a little bit further. So every 3 hours, as I said, we get these supply drops, but you don't have to actually log into the game every 3 hours. You can actually store up to 4 of them and then collect them all at once. Very similar to how workshop points and how that works. But let's get down to some charts here, because this is where things get interesting. So for example, let's just say for the month of December, they decided to give away Kumiho components. So if you look at this chart and you are an Expert League player, an Expert League player, just by opening up supply drops, you get 344 components a day. Doesn't seem like much, right? But if you calculate that out, after 1 month of just collecting supply drops, you would have a free Kumiho. So you don't even have to put money into the game. You just keep on collecting, these supply drops. And obviously, if you're in Champion League, you get more. So that's kind of how the component section is going to end up working out. Let's take a look at the keys now too. So the keys, similar thing. If you're an Expert League, you get 56 keys at the end of the day. Doesn't seem like much, right? But after 1 month, you end up accumulating 1,680. I had to calculate this out, but that's enough to get you a gold chest. And this isn't even factoring in playing the game. It's just collecting supply drops. So I think that's a massive move in the right direction. So I'm so glad that they have introduced this. And I was actually told that they're going to be introducing even more things, which we'll be talking about in a bit. So I've actually got a screen up right now with the silver. Isn't really much, but at least it is something. So I'm glad that this is being introduced. So that pretty much sums up update 3.5 in a nutshell. As for update 3.6, which is going to be hitting the live servers in the next couple of months, we will be looking at honor rewards or battle rewards. Now for that, for every match that is completed, you progress towards a crate with a guaranteed amount of gold, silver, and components. I figured I'd throw this in here just so that you guys are aware of what's going to be hitting the live server after the supply drops. But I thought, this is really going to help with the availability of things and just make it a little bit more affordable for players who don't have the resources to put in, a lot of money into the game, for example. But that's going to be coming in update 3.6. I did talk to Pixonic and they did tell me that there's actually going to be additional things that are going to be added. But, that hasn't been finalized yet. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see where they go with that. But otherwise, yeah, as for all of this information, I will be putting a link in the video description in case you want to read up on all of this stuff. And I think that about wraps it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I guess until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.